welcome you to the house of your Father tonight. Amen. And I thank God for the kind of blessing He has prepared for you. Amen. The topic before me tonight, by the power of the Most High, is what is titled Unusual Visit from God. I don't want you to forget that August is our month of exceeding reward. Exceeding reward. Exceeding reward. And we are running away now from August by His grace and by His help. And we are entering another quarter of 2017, which I believe and I decree and I declare will usher you into a new chapter. Amen. You will not have any cause to regret anything. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ. If you believe in that word, I want you to shout your amen. And let it be loud. Hallelujah. Unusual visit from God. We are going to stand up as we begin to read our text tonight. Our text shall be taken from the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 1 to 6. I'll be reading from here. Exodus, chapter 3, verse 1 to 6. Unusual visit from God. Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the back of the desert and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire from the midst of a bush. So he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, but the bush was not consumed. Verse 3. Then Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush does not burn. So when the Lord saw that he turned aside to look, God called to him from the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. Then he said, Do not draw near this place. Take your sandals off your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. Father, in the name of Jesus, as a bona fide child of yours that has grace in his hand, as we open our Bible, each and every one of us tonight, I pray that you bombard our destiny with wisdom to understand your word. Amen. And wisdom for an unusual turnaround. Amen. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Every great and mighty thing we are believing you for, Father, let your unusual visit tonight turn around and deliver our inheritance into our hand. Amen. Thank you, Jehovah. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. 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 In Jesus' name, fire. Brethren, I want you to shake at least people before you sit down. Tell them, this night is an unusual night for you. This night is an unusual night for you. Unusual night of miracle, unusual night of signs and wonder, unusual night of celebration, unusual night of your next level. Thank you, Jehovah. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Jesus, as you have decreed and declared it, brethren, so shall it be for him. So shall it be for her. So shall it be for you also. In the name of Jesus Christ. I have the authority to decree and declare. I will be given unto me tonight. I will be issuing some decree over your destiny. In the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, Jehovah. Hallelujah. Unusual visit from God. Brethren, when you are talking about unusual visit, it means something that does not come. How can a bush be burning? Fire in the bush, and the bush refused to burn. Brethren, is an unusual. It is not common, but it happened when an unusual visit want to visit the God of unusual visit want to visit Moses. Some people believe, brethren, that they are God. Some people say they are Jesus of some places. Before I heard when we were growing up, Jesus of Oyibo. I heard Jesus of some places. Some people said they are God. Some people say we should not expect any Messiah at all, that they are the Messiah. Some will say, don't worry, they have the genesis of your destiny in their hand. And some will say, begin to fly and see how your destiny will be. Some will say they've issued a word, a curse upon your life. Some will begin to say all manner of things. Brethren, they are not God. They are not Jesus. And I thank God, I've never heard anyone that said, I am Jesus of Nazareth. That one gives me joy. I'm very excited. You can hear Jesus of social place. You can somebody can tell you, don't bother again, no, I'm the Jesus. Brethren, I've never heard anyone that said, I am Jesus of Nazareth. So your Father in heaven have something that no man has ever had. He has some traits that you cannot find in anyone. So when we are talking about unusual visit, it is only the unusual God that does unusual things that can create unusual visit for your destiny. Your uncle can say, don't worry, but also some time of the day, he may promise you by some time of the year, come back, see me, that issue will be solved. Before that month, God may take away his life. Your husband may say, okay, don't worry, by some time of this year, I will do this, I will do that for you. Even his own trust that he rely on telling you all that may dry off. It is only the unusual God that can do the unusual thing in your life. Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 29 to 31. Hosanna to Jesus. Hosanna in the highest. Hallelujah. If it is not good, it is not God. One thing I love God for, if God says something concerning you, brethren, if they try, let them do, let them bear it. It will be exhumed. If it is not good, it is not good. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, chapter 1, 29 to 31. 1 Corinthians chapter 1.
That no flesh glory in his presence.
That no flesh should glory in his presence. But of him,
Jesus,
who you are in Christ Jesus, who became for us wisdom from God, and righteousness, and sanctification, and redemption, that as it is written, he who glories, let him always glory in the Lord. He who promised, let him promise in the name of the Lord. He who thinks is unusual, let him begin to know that the source of his unusual power is from God. Brethren, let no man glory in himself. Praise God. It is only God that can decide what will happen in your destiny. It is only him that has the plan. It is only him that knows the exact particular thing that is going to release whatever you want from him. Psalm 103 and verse 7, please. It is only when God wants to honor his servant, the one that he has chosen, the one that he has ordained as a watchman, that he will now reveal what will happen in the next moment to him. Psalm 103 and verse 7.
He made known his way to Moses.
He made known his ways unto Moses. His act to the children of Israel. Thank you, sir. He made his way known unto Moses and his acts to the children of Israel. Daniel chapter 10 and verse 13. Daniel, the mighty man of valor, there was a time he was praying concerning an issue, and we understand according to the word of God that as he was praying, he was withstood by Prince of Persia.
But the prince of the kingdom.
But the prince of the kingdom of where, sir? Withstood him.
120 days.
120 days. Below. Michael, one of the chief princes.
Came to help me.
Came to do what? To help me. Because I was, sir.
And I remained there with to the kings of Persia.
And I remained there, he would have remained there if not for God that sent the archangel to come and rescue him. So as a man of God, as a vessel of God, unless God himself decided to show you the unusual, you don't have the power to do the unusual. There are some things, brethren, if you are a member of this ministry and you always come along with us this teaching, it will be difficult for any man anywhere to deceive you. Hey, Abba, don't worry. I'm going to give you a child. At the end of the day, the child will become a Messiah. The unusual God is the one that has the power to do unusual things. Abraham, he has first of all received the promise of Isaac, the begotten son. Praise the Lord. But the promise did not come to pass until he has an unusual visit of the angels. Praise the Lord. They came to reaffirm what the Lord has promised him. Genesis 18, 1 to 15. But we are reading, checking the verse 10 of it. We are not going to read all because of our time, because we are still moving now to a communion section. Praise the Lord. Abraham has received the promise of Isaac from the Lord, but on the unusual visit under the terebinth tree in Mamre, reaffirmed and speeding up the coming of Isaac. Genesis 18 and verse 10. And he said,
I will
certainly return to you according to the time of life. And lo, Sarah your wife shall have a son. Sarah was listening in the tent door which was behind him. Praise the Lord. Because he had an encounter with the unusual God under the terebinth tree where he was sitting down in Mamre. They came to reaffirm and speed up the promise of God. I will certainly return to you according to the time of life. In the book of Acts chapter 1 and verse 4, the promise of the Father did not come until the unusual visit. Acts chapter 1 and verse 4.
And being assembled together with them.
And being assembled together with them. Commanded them that they should not depart from Jerusalem. But wait for the promise of the Father, which he said, you have heard from me. Wait. The promise of the Father, brethren, is the unusual visit from God. The promise of the Father is the unusual visit from God. He did not tell them the exact thing. He didn't say 4 p.m. He didn't say an hour to this time. He didn't say in the middle of the night. He said, and being assembled together with them, he commanded them not to depart. Stay here. But he didn't tell them, don't worry, by 3 p.m. I'm coming. Praise the God. That is the unusual God. You cannot tell when he's coming, when it's not in his dictionary, how it's not in his dictionary, and where it's not in the dictionary of God. That is why science and the spiritual realm, they can never meet. They cannot be friends. Because of the unusual God that is doing unusual things. In the book of Luke chapter 1 and verse 5 to 23, a man called Zechariah almost missed the unusual visit of God for him. Him and the wife, Elizabeth, they've been waiting for the fruit of the womb. But when the unusual visit came to him, the man kept on asking questions. I don't know where you have been asking questions. I don't know the word that came forth for you through the unusual God from the altar. Or maybe I call you via a phone and tell you, this is what God is saying concerning me, concerning you. Maybe you are just trying to listen. But after I drop the phone, you begin to ask yourself, it's okay, I don't hear. And you begin to dissect it. I don't have money in my account. I'm not this, I'm not that. How will this be? The unusual God can make it as he has said it for you. And I see him making it for you in the name of Jesus Christ. If you look at verse 20 of that Luke chapter 1 concerning Zechariah and Elizabeth, the man is a priest. That's what has surprised me most. This man is a priest. He's supposed to know when an angel of the Lord is speaking. In fact, at the entrance of the tabernacle, he's supposed to have the knowledge of the entrance of the Holy Spirit. He's supposed to know how what they look like. He's a priest. So even he was even telling him, the man was saying, I am a so I am sent to you by God. The man is still asking questions. You will not ask evil questions. The spirit of doubt and unbelief in you, heaven will remove it. In the name of Jesus Christ. Do you know the man received the punishment of unbelief? Brethren, until the baby was born, the man could not speak. I thank God because God is God. But what he did, God may decided not to give them the child, but the world has gone ahead. That is why he's God. I don't know the world has gone ahead of you. God will not change the situation because of you. Every word of God that's come from this altar or from my mouth to your destiny will not go unfulfilled. In the name of Jesus Christ. Because God is God, brethren. Because God is God, brethren. The man only received the punishment of unbelief. Verse 20. Let's know what happens. Luke chapter 1 and verse 20. Thank you.
And behold,
but behold,
thou shalt be dumb,
you will be mute
and not be able to speak,
and not be able to speak until the day this thing take place. Because
thou didst
you did not believe my words, which will be fulfilled in their own time. Which will be fulfilled in their own time. God has promised you childbearing because it has me. There shall be none that will be barren in my house. So it is his word to you. Whether you believe or not, it shall come to pass. It shall come to pass. Receive it. In fact, you will take double for your waiting. In the name of Jesus Christ. My father tells me in the book of Isaiah, he said they are going to build houses and inhabit them. So it's not only one, it is a house. Houses are the one and inhabit them. So if you are here tonight and you are a tenant, it is grace to become a landowner, a house owner, in Abuja, and all over the world. Receive it. In the name of Jesus Christ. Receive it. In the name of Jesus Christ. Receive it. In the name of Jesus Christ. He said, my children, it shall be nursed at my side. Which means if I give birth, I am not going to die. I will nurse my children. I will see them growing. I will see their prosperity. They are going to excel. I don't know the issue you are having concerning your children tonight. I prophesy over your destiny and I declare and I declare. Take rest round about on your children. Their peace can be plenty. In the name of Jesus Christ. Because your usual God is in the house. Brethren, I don't know where you have disobeyed your maker. I don't know where the word of God has gone forth. And you need to embrace it. And you refuse to embrace it. Hey, I don't have a work. How will I what I'm doing? How will I get a house? Hey, I don't know anybody in that establishment. It doesn't matter. The unusual God has already spoken. And whatever is said concerning your destiny, so shall it be. In the name of Jesus Christ. Rise on your feet, brethren, and begin to appreciate God. Because the unusual God has come to visit you now, unusually. Begin to thank Him.